Okay, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, adequate notice of this May the 26th, 2016 meeting has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by posting written notice and agenda of the meeting on the bulletin board in the municipal building at 1000 Route 10, Township of Hanover, by hand delivering, mailing, or faxing such notice and agenda to the following newspapers: Morris County's Daily Record, the Star Ledger, the Hanover Eagle, and by filing same with the Township Clerk. May I have a roll call, please?
On roll call, Committeeman Gallagher.
Here.
Committeeman Ferramasca.
Here.
Committeeman Bruno.
Here.
Committeeman Capola.
Here.
And Mayor Francioli.
Here.
5 members in attendance, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise, those that can, and join me in a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Everyone, please be seated. At this time, gentlemen, motion from the committee to open to the public.
So moved. Second.
And seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the floor is open. If anyone would like to address the Township Committee at this time, they can do so from the podium, giving the committee your name and address for the record. Hearing none.
Move we close.
Seeing none. Motion to close. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, Mr. Administrator.
Okay, as we begin our agenda this evening, we have the approval of the Township Committee minutes, the regular meeting minutes of May 12th, 2016. May we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Bruno, seconded by Mr. Gallagher. All in favor?
Aye.
So approved. And as we continue, we have the following departmental reports which are available in the Office of Business Administrator, Township Clerk, for public inspection. They include the summary of budget revenues as of May 11th, submitted by the Township's Chief Municipal Finance Officer. We have the report of the Chief of Police of all activities conducted by the department during the month of April. The Township's construction official has submitted his report on the issuance of all certificates of occupancy and building permits through May 19th, 2016. And the final report is submitted by the Township Engineer on the capital project status report as of today. Okay, continuing, ladies and gentlemen, with the agenda, we have one ordinance for introduction at this time. It's docketed as ordinance number 18-2016. It amends and supplements Chapter 166 of the Code of the Township, entitled Land Use and Development Legislation, by amending the procedures for review and approval for certain development applications. The ordinance will be submitted to the Planning Board for review in accordance with municipal land use law, in which the Planning Board will have 35 days in which to make its report on the referral. Therefore, in order to meet that time deadline for the Planning Board, the public hearing will be scheduled for the meeting of July 14th at 8:30 p.m. here in the main meeting room. And prior, of course, to that public hearing, once it is transmitted to the Planning Board, the ordinance and the notice of introduction will be published in full in the Daily Record in accordance with law. So at this time, may we have a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Ferramasca, seconded by Mr. Bruno. And roll call, Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramasca.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
So introduced. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two ordinances for public hearing and consideration of adoption. The first is docketed as ordinance number 16-16, which authorizes the resurfacing of a portion of Ridgedale Avenue from Malapartis Road to Cedar Knolls Road, and appropriates the sum of $700,000 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation's fiscal year 2015 municipal aid program and the Township's 2016 current fund budget. We have the proof of publication that the ordinance and the notice of introduction were published in full in the May 4th issue of the Daily Record in accordance with law. So at this time, may we have a motion to convene the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Francioli, seconded by Mr. Bruno. And roll call for the public hearing. Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
Is there anyone in chambers wishing to be heard concerning ordinance number 16-2016? Seeing none, hearing none, may we have a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bruno, seconded by Mr. Gallagher. On roll call to close the public hearing, Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
Now on adoption, be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Township Committee of the Township of Hanover, authorizing the resurfacing of a portion of Ridgedale Avenue from Malapartis Road to Cedar Knolls Road, and appropriating the sum of $700,000 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation's fiscal year 2015 municipal aid program and the Township's 2016 current fund budget be passed on final reading, and that a notice of the final passage of the ordinance be published in the June 1st issue of the Morris County Daily Record. And just for the benefit of the public, the breakdown on the funding, $575,000 from the Township's year 2016 current fund budget road construction and reconstruction line item, and $125,000 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation's fiscal year 2015 municipal aid program, and that makes up the total of $700,000. May we now have a motion on adoption?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Ferramosca, seconded by Mr. Gallagher. On roll call for adoption, Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
So adopted.
Thanks, Joe.
Ordinance number 17-2016. This is an ordinance of the Township Committee amending Article 2 entitled Noise Control under Chapter 184 of the Code of the Township entitled Noise. We have the proof of publication that the ordinance and the notice of introduction appeared in full in the May 18th issue of the Daily Record in accordance with law. We now have a motion to convene the public hearing.
So moved.
Seconded by Mr. Ferramosca, seconded by Mr. Bruno. On roll call to convene the public hearing, Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
Is there anyone in chambers wishing to be heard concerning ordinance number 17-2016? Seeing none, hearing
Motion to
none.
close?
A motion by Mr. Francioli to close, second by Mr. Gallagher. On roll call to close the public hearing, Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
Now on adoption, be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Township Committee of the Township of Hanover, amending Article 2 entitled Noise Control under Chapter 184 of the Code of the Township entitled Noise, be passed on final reading, and that a notice of the final passage of the ordinance be published in the June 1st issue of the Daily Record in accordance with law. Now may we have a motion for adoption?
So moved.
So
Second.
moved by Mr. Francioli, seconded by Mr. Gallagher. On roll call for adoption, Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
So adopted, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, now as we continue with our agenda, item number 9 is the consent resolution for the resolutions as a consent agenda, rather. And we have items A through I. Are there any questions from the Township Committee concerning any of the resolutions?
Move they be approved.
I have a motion by Mr.
Second.
Ferramosca, seconded by Mr. Capola. On roll call to approve the resolutions as a consent agenda. Mr. Gallagher.
Aye.
Mr. Ferramosca.
Aye.
Mr. Bruno.
Aye.
Mr. Capola.
Aye.
And Mr. Francioli.
Aye.
So approved and adopted. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have any payment of bills, and we do not have any raffle applications. And that clears the agenda of the Business Administrator
Oh, my
Township Clerk.
God,
And
I think
thank
we're
you.
setting a record here. I think I beat Mr. Ferramosca's last meeting. But in any event, all right, gentlemen, at this time, once again, I'd like to open the meeting, open the floor to the public. Motion to open.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the floor is open. If you'd like to address the Township Committee at this time, you may do so from the podium, giving us your name and address for the record. Seeing none, hearing none.
closed.
Second.
Motion closed, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion for, other business from our Township Committee. I'm ready to adjourn you with this at the record. Okay, at this time, comments from our Township Committee is, okay, at Committeeman Gallagher? Any
Yeah, just a
update?
couple things. May 13th, Friday night at Whippany Park High School, Hanover Township's big night out was a great success. We had 400-plus people at our event. Couldn't have went better. Now we're going to be going to the B Meadow Pool. I'm working out a date with Denise, and we are going to have a tug-of-war rematch between Whippany and Cedar Knolls Fire Departments.
Oh, boy.
Jim reported it correctly in the paper. Whippany won 2 out of 3. So Cedar Knolls wants another crack at it, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to have 2 events at the pool. It was great. And just real quick, the DPW, our fields look great. Our children are enjoying them. The pool looks great. The parade route is all prepared. They're going to go there and, of course, set everything up just prior to the event. And that's it.
Okay, oh, very good. All right, thank you. John?
From an engineering standpoint, continues to be all about the roads. Tomorrow, paving will begin on Baldwin and Erna Place. And earlier this week, Spruce Street and Summit, the drainage repair systems were being installed, so they're getting ready for paving as well. In addition, just want to give a little bit of a highlight to EDAC, Economic Development Advisory Council. We had a fantastic session last Friday. It was called a Business Network meeting where all the businesses in Hanover Township were invited to come out. And we had over 70 businesses. This room was transformed into a reception area. None of these chairs were here, all round tables. We had people in dialogue, conducting business, facilitating network with each other. It was a great experience. It was a great opportunity for our local businesses. We had businesses of all sizes, from the giants in the community, such as Bayer, to small individual proprietors who were here, all interacting with one another. So it was a great day for Hanover Township, and they look forward to seeing us doing this again and again to terms of trying to help facilitate communication across businesses. So that concludes my report.
John, that's great. I think that was good. I second the motion on that, the success of that meeting. It was absolutely phenomenal. George?
Yeah, a couple of things. Veterans Alliance, just to remind everybody, Memorial Day, Monday, 7 o'clock to 8:15, the community center. And I would encourage, if you're seeing this, I would wish people would, there's many people coming as possible. Yeah, these guys really do a lot of work, and ladies, to prepare the food for the breakfast. And then that lasts till 8:15, at which time we do our services at 8:30 with transportation to and fro this location to the parade area. I would like to give a nice recognition to our neighboring mayor, Drutzler, who actually recognized the number of people this past week on One Day, One School. I thought that was very classy of him, plus the Board of Education. Recognize all the contractors, Committeeman Gallagher, for his leadership in this, and I thought it was very nice of him. As far as the landmark is concerned, actually, former Mayor Sally Honeycomb gave me some financial documents from 1940 with some of that were put in our archive room. So, it's a journal, a binded journal, and I thought it was very interesting. So I gave it to the chairman, Mike Chesnicki. With that, Mike is also going to be presenting a 15-minute window they gave him before EDAC. So it's been a very busy month of Mike and company. That's it, man.
Robert?
Few things. Tomorrow night, grand opening at B Meadow Pool, 5 o'clock. Weather should be great for swimming based on the forecast, probably as high as 90 degrees. So pool will be open all weekend, and then subsequent weekends until school gets out at the end of June. June 6th, the golf outing at Rolling Greens up in Newton. If you haven't gotten your foursome together, please do so. Or if you're just a single golfer, come on over to the rec center. Still room for golfers. Love to have you. June 8th, Paper Mill trip down to Paper Mill to see West Side Story is sold out. So you got to buy your tickets early for events like that. And then June 29th, the fireworks concert will be right out here in front of the municipal complex. There will be a concert that night, so then we'll have 3 subsequent concerts at the Brickyard, the 11th, 18th, and 25th. So lots going on in the rec department this summer. And if you haven't joined Bee Meadow Pool yet with today's weather, there's a good incentive to do so.
Very good, very good, excellent. The golf outing should be another. This is the second annual seniors golf outing from the Recreation Commission, and it really is a fun day. If you can join us, I really suggest you contact Recreation. There's still spots available. We can get you out there. Breakfast is included. There's a barbecue lunch dinner that's included, and other gifts and prizes along the way. And you'll be with a lot of bad golfers like myself. So please come out and join us. It really is a fun day. John had mentioned the B2B meeting that we just had, the networking meeting, one of this first annual meeting that we had. I am certain that we're going to follow that up and have additional meetings. We exchange a lot of good information with our businesses, however large, however small. Retail uses, etc., concerns and suggestions that the businesses had that got directly to us, and we're going to take that all into consideration. So I'm sure there'll be a follow-up on that. And last but not least, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and Monday is Memorial Day. I'm sure you're going to light all your barbecues. I'm sure you're going to chill down all the beer. But let's not lose sight of what this day is all about. And let's please remember that your ability to light the grill and enjoy your family and enjoy the comfort of your home was at the supreme cost of many, many lives of young men and women in the United States here who fought on foreign soils for us to be there. I hope you'll join us. Parade that day from the high school. I'm not is that going to be at about 9:30? What time's that parade kick off?
9:30 it kicks off.
9:30, yeah. Starts at the high school at 9:30 and ends around Billy's Red Room. No, actually it ends at the Legion, finally at the Legion. It stops at the Red Room and then goes up to the Legion. We'll all be at the Legion, and you'll be able to share some hot dogs and beverages with us as well. I want you to all remember to be tolerant that day. Drive safely. Be very careful with a lot of youngsters that'll be around and about on that day. And mostly enjoy the day, but remember why the day. So that's critically important. Anything else from the Township Committee? Hearing none?
Close.
Seeing none, motion? Good, okay, adjourn. Very good. Thank you all.
Todd, you want to be home by 9:30?
You'll be home before
No, they
9.
did. Yeah, Wakeland's actually, I was very proud of the fact that they did come to it, they did participate, and they did actually engage.